yeah, savoir. We love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, New Zealand home to more than 20,000 Fijians. Former doctor sentenced for manslaughter. And hoteliers demand more local produce.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Deva Lendua.
25,000 Fijians call New Zealand home, and nearly 200,000 New Zealanders visit Fiji every year and experience incredible hospitality. This was highlighted by New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern at a state dinner in Suva last night. Ardern says the Fijian community in New Zealand make a huge contribution to their society and give back to Fiji as well. The New Zealand Prime Minister also reiterated that as friends and neighbours, both countries are there for each other in times of need. Ardern also congratulated Fiji on the milestone of reaching 50 years of independence.
We're proud to have enjoyed diplomatic ties with Fiji ever since your independence was declared, and that speaks to the history that we have together now as nations too. We're joined by historical, cultural, educational, business and sporting links, and in particular our love of rugby.
New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern visited the Pacific Island Forum Secretariat as the second day of her official visit got underway. New Zealand is the second largest country represented in the forum. Ardern posed for a group photo with staff of the Secretariat before going into a bilateral meeting with Forum Secretary General Dame Meg Taylor. The meeting was also attended by senior management of the Secretariat and Ardern's delegation. A former doctor has been sentenced to 6 years imprisonment for manslaughter. Marvin Ray Ketenalangi was convicted of causing the death of a 50-year-old taxi driver near the post office arcade in Suva in 2018. Ketenalangi was under the influence of alcohol when he assaulted the driver. The High Court says the assault occurred after Ketenalangi raised concern to the taxi driver as to why he was with a child at around 3:30 a.m. on the day of the incident. The High Court says the child was under the supervision of the taxi driver while the child's father was at work. The taxi driver received multiple injuries and was rushed to the CWM hospital where he later passed away. A non-parole period of 4 years has been set. The director of the Fiji Human Rights and Anti-Discrimination Commission, Ashwin Raj, says it is an effective institution that meets its constitutional mandate. This was part of the submission by Ashwin Raj, who maintained that their work has been effective when it comes to receiving complaints on constitutional violations, independently investigating and affording remedies. Before the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Justice, Law and Human Rights, the Commission had its annual reports of 2016 through to 2018 under review. Raj also explained that the Commission does not privilege one set of rights over another.
The fact that a child, a 10-year child, was arbitrarily detained by the police force and we instituted proceedings and the child was awarded $25,000 attests to the fact that these things actually work. Instituting proceedings, affording remedy actually works.
There's a high demand of local produce in the hotel industry, says the Fiji Hotel and Tourism Association. Chief Executive Fantasha Lockington says they're working with the Agriculture Ministry to find ways in which local farmers can benefit by supplying fresh produce to nearby hotels. Lockington says the inconsistent supply remains a challenge for hoteliers.
Hotels need a lot more seafood, they need a lot more fresh produce, and they need these in quantities and quality that is sometimes a little bit more daunting for the smaller farmers. So it's working with the farming communities to both determine what it is the needs as well as what can be delivered.
A state-of-the-art kidney treatment and research centre is expected to be established in the Western Division, similar to the one in Nandera, Nasinu. Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wangai-Nambete says a highly qualified nephrologist from overseas will start work soon at CWM Hospital and at the Kidney Treatment and Research Center in Nandera. He says a local who has some training in nephrology will also provide assistance. The aim of the center is to enable the Health Ministry to conduct research on how to reduce the cost of consumables and kidney dialysis treatment in the country.
We're going to open that center in the West. We are bringing in 15 machines. We put aside 10 machines for the Suva Center and 5 machines for the Western Center.
With non-communicable diseases on the rise, the Health Ministry is looking to conduct a national STEP survey on the issue next year. National Advisor for NCD, Dr. Isimeli Tukana, says the survey is carried out every 10 years, with the last one done in 2011. Dr. Tukana says the survey will guarantee Fiji's accurate data on the current status of NCDs in the country.
We are hoping that we will be able to get approval to do a national survey in 2021 to see the current status of NCD. Our status has been based on the 2011 STEP survey, NCD survey, and now we are planning, and we're hoping that we will be able to do another national survey next year to accurately determine the status of the disease in the country.
The World Health Organization says infections in China have plateaued, but outbreaks outside the coronavirus hotspot continue to grow. There are fears that the situation in Iran is worse than what officials have stated, and the message from the U.S. to them is, quote, tell the truth. Coming up, senior players need to step up, says Beba. And Suva Zone 1 Athletics to start with the bang tomorrow. Stay with us.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
The Fiji Airways National Sevens side had a scrimmage session with Australia this morning. Speaking from Los Angeles after the session, head coach Gareth Baber says the senior players need to take a more leading role this weekend. Baber says police forward Suliano Woliwoli has 2 more days to prove himself before he names his playing group in LA on Friday.
Well, he's certainly in that 14 group that's come. Obviously, it would be the first tournament that he would be involved, should he be involved. He's learning and developing as he goes and picking up on now what it's like to be away with the 7 squads in an international tournament. I'll make my decisions based on, obviously, our trainings tomorrow, how we go, and the other trainings we've got this week.
All Blacks Sevens great Tim Mickelson will achieve something special in Los Angeles this weekend. The 33-year-old is set to become New Zealand's most capped Sevens player. Boxers Winston Hill and Chonin Ndavule will have to work hard to meet the Olympics boxing qualifying standard if they seek to compete in the Olympic Games. Chef de mission Patrick Bauer says given the 2 are the best boxers in Fiji, the Boxing Federation has put forth both contenders to compete in the qualifying events. Bauer adds if they meet the boxing qualification standard for the Olympic Games, they will be eligible to compete.
He was the best one in the Pacific. But Winston is was on a scholarship, so he was chosen as one of the candidates. But the Federation has put Chonin Ndavule in as well as a contender to go, but they qualify if 1, and if they can qualify for 2, then they'll have 2 to go. Both Ndavule and Winston.
Expect fireworks at the Coca-Cola Games Suva Zone 1 competition, which starts tomorrow at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. 24 schools from the Suva area, including Namosi, will vie for titles in the boys and girls division in the 2 days athletics meet. The zone meet begins at 2 p.m. with the opening ceremony, followed by the long-distance events.
To spectators and also all scholars and students, the gates on Thursday will be open at 2 o'clock and it'll be free. But on Friday, coming numbers, we'll start off with 100 meters at 8:30 in the morning, and hopefully we're finishing off by 4:30. And that's what we're expecting. It's going to be, we're going to be creating a lot of fireworks, and the atmosphere will be totally different from previous years.
Fine weather is in store for the rest of today with some isolated afternoon or evening showers. More of the same tomorrow. And that is your FBC News Now. Remember to join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. Enjoy your lunch. Good afternoon.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.